Check 1 2, check 1 2. There we go. Now we have audio here on the broadcast. How's everybody doing tonight? It's time for more Sim500 Race City Sports Memorabilia Superspeedway series. We're here at the season finale, which is Talladega Superspeedway. And it looks like everything decided to break again. Will you work now? There we go. Oh man, everything hates me this morning. First the mic, or this evening. Mike doesn't want to work. And a bunch of other crap going on. Yeah. Fantastic. Right now, Tim Wormer Jr. top of the board. But he is not in playoff contention. Something just happened there. But anyways, let's take a look at who is in the running for your top 6 in points. Right now, it's Richard Beasley, Bobby Wetzel, Joey Gattina, EJ O'Rourke, and Ron Hollifield still able to contend for the championship title here tonight. But right now, Richard Beasley looking to be the favorite with 3 wins on the season, 5 top 5 finishes, 8 top 10 finishes. And he has amassed a total of 13 bonus points. Not the most of the season. EJ O'Rourke has 16. So those two drivers are looking pretty good. And right now, Bobby Wetzel is currently 5 points off of that number. Oh, hi, Tommy Ryan. I don't think you're supposed to do that. But, yeah, right now, Bobby Wetzel, closest driver to your current leader, who actually won the most recent race last week. That was win number 3 for Beasley, and that was at good old Daytona with the trucks. And here on your screen now is the 05 of Craig Martin, if I remember correctly at least. Yeah. So it's time to crown a championship tonight. Who is going to be getting it done? I am looking for Bobby Wetzel. He's 18th fastest, while Beasley is 7th. Yeah. Alright, I'm sorry. There's a lot of just stuff going on. I'm trying to deal with everything at once, and it's kind of hard too. So we're going to try our best here. We got a minute and a half left until minute now. Looking at schedule for next season, because that was released. The series will kick back up in 2 weeks from now, October 4th, at Daytona Next Gens. So it's going to be a pretty exciting one. Another 13 race season. This isn't the only season that ends this week. Midnight Thunder ends this week as well. They'll crown a champion. Right now, those two are between Tyler Dalton and Bobby Wetzel. So Wetzel trying to go for at least one championship here this week. He could very well possibly go away with 2. But right now his best bet is to get the one here tonight. We'll see what he can do here in the Xfinity car here at Talladega. I know we usually do an interview, but we already have no time left, so we'll get one in between qualifying and the race. But anyways, practice will come to a close now. And we'll get qualifying underway. We got 22 drivers here to start the field. I'm not expecting a lot of cautions. Maybe 1, 2, if we're lucky. Last week we only had 1 caution. And then the previous week we had 2, so it's been pretty averaged out to 1 to 2 cautions a week. So let's see what we can do here this week here at Talladega. Bigger track, you can manage 3 wide just a bit easier. And some drivers can even go 4 wide. So here we are with the 14, Joey Gattina. Just wanted to wait a bit to get some drivers out on track, because I know some people just kind of sit for a minute. Ed Burrell in the 21 Ford Mustang. Looking to put this thing on the pole here tonight. Let's see if he can get it done. Steve Hoppett's already up on the wall. Here's Mike Kelly in the Exalta number 2. Seen a few paints that aren't exactly... No, never mind, they're good, I think. I'm pretty sure, like 2% sure. They're good. I mean, Trading Paints here says... that everything's up to date, but I don't know if it exactly is. Now the scheduled race length here on Sim Racer Hub says it's going to be 80 laps, but will it? No, it's going to be 60 again. Okay. Should be the same amount of length here as your normal broadcast. Nothing longer or anything. There's Doug Sigmund on his first lap. The Kevin Harvick inspired 04. I think that's his Clash car from 04? Is that right? I'm not sure exactly, but I know it's a Clash or dual car from mid-2000s. Let's see where he will clock in now. So he's going through the tri-oval down on the bottom. 57.862. That'll put him 11th fastest. But right now it's Tommy Ryan, the man to beat. And it looks like he's trying to wreck his 99 Virginia 811 machine there. Really out of shape. Here is now Tyler Dalton on your screen. Let's see where Dalton can time here on his second lap. The qualifying genius, if you will. Oh, and the streak has ended this week. Bobby Wetzel, he times in third with his second lap. That's going to end his 3 weeks in a row where he has started on the excuse me, on the pole. Looks like his best friend Tyler Dalton is going to take it for now instead. Nobody else is really out qualifying right now, so I guess now we'll go ahead and grab a pre-race interview with somebody here. Let's get John Higman Jr. up here. Hey John, Sean up in the booth with VRN, you got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Alright, man, well, it looks like so far for the time being, you'll be rolling off P6 here tonight. You have a pretty fast number 60 machine. What's your strategy to maybe get 8 top 5 or maybe even the win here tonight at Talladega?
Pretty much just try to finish the race. I've had some pretty unfortunate luck here recently, not be able to finish these things. So tried multiple strategies. Hopefully, I can just finish. Not really sure what to do.
Well, the season's coming to a close here tonight. With that in mind, do you think you're just gonna play it how you've been playing it all season long? Do you think you maybe give those title competitors a bit more room?
Oh yeah, I'll try to, watch out for them and try to help the guys that I'm on the team with and just see how it goes.
So I know last week we were in the trucks. This week's we're in the Xfinity cars. In your opinion, John, what's the biggest difference between the two vehicles?
The Xfinity cars don't seem to be able to pull up quite as well as the trucks would. There's almost like a little air buffer between the cars. So it's a little different. The cars, Xfinity cars, seem to move around a little bit more when you're trying to push somebody than the trucks do. Um, that's about it, really.
All right, John. Well, good luck tonight. Looks like we're about to roll off here. Hopefully, you have a good run of the number 60 machine here tonight.
Thanks.
All right, now we'll go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's event. On the front row here tonight is going to be Tyler Dalton starting first with Tommy Ryan on his outside in the 99. And then in row number 2, it's Mike Kelly in the number 2 machine with Bobby Wetzel starting fourth in the number 9. In row number 3 is going to be Jeff Ryan in the 3 with John Hagman Jr., who we just talked to. He's going to roll off 6th outside of row number 3. Row 4, we have Joey Gattina here in the 14 with Ed Burrell in the 21. And in the 5th row, Tim Workman Jr. there in the 83 starting 9th, and Ron Hollifield rounding out your top 10 in car number 1. For row number 6, we've got Craig Martin in the 05, Lois Robinette in the 32, rolling off 12th. Row 7, we've got Steve Hoppett there in the 131, and Doug Sigmund in the 04, starting 14th. Row number 8, we've got Chad Coleman there in the 38, with Richard Beasley on his outside. Be prepared to see those two thunder up through the field around halfway. We've seen it time and time again. Expect it again this week. And then in row number 9, we've got Scott Simley in the number 12 machine, with Jimmy Coleman there in the 54, starting 18th. Row number 10, we've got Paul Gallimore in the number 11, starting 19th, with John Fowler in the RCSM, 48, starting 20th. A little hard to say very fast, but we got Michael Muncie and Gerald Livingston rounding out the field here tonight. Go ahead and get you some better camera angles here. There we go. Now, as this season does come to a close, from here on the VRN, this will be the second to last broadcast here on the channel. The last Tuesday night broadcast for Race City Sports Memorabilia, and almost the last broadcast for Sim500. So super quickly, I'd like to thank RSCSM for hopping on board for this season, supporting John Fowler, the admin of this series, and supporting Sim500 in this series as well. They've done a great job this season, and I'm pretty sure you can find them on Facebook at Race City Sports Memorabilia. You can see Fowler there is RCSM Ford Mustang, number 48. Now, I don't know if they'll be returning next season or not. I would think so, but at the same time, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. However, Pace Car is about to pull off of the speedway. We're about to get this thing underway here. It is nearly time to get going. Pace Car down on the bottom now. It will be letting them rip here soon. The field going through the tri-oval here at Talladega. It is showtime. Let's kick off the season finale for the RCSM Superspeedway Series here at Talladega. Green flag is out. Lap number 1 coming to a close fast. Teammates already locked up on the inside lane and coming across the line. It's going to be Bobby Wetzel leading the opening lap here at Talladega. Good speed out of that Superflow number 9. Right now, he is your championship leader. We've still got 59 laps to go. Pit stops will be around lap 25, lap 30-ish. As they have been practically all season long, and don't worry about that. I had to adjust the volume on my headset, and it doesn't want to go away. But yeah, right now, Tommy Ryan and John Hickman Jr. there pushing on the outside lane. They might be able to get around them right and potentially lead a lap here. Let's see what happens here side by side in the oval, and it looks like it's going to be the 9 here for lap number 2 as well. Jeff Ryan, third car on the outside there in the black, brown, and green Virginia 811. A few cars behind the number 99 will go on board him. Actually, now he is right behind Tommy Ryan. Both drivers sponsored by Virginia 811. You can see Mike Kelly sort of there behind the ticker. He's in the number 2 Exalta Chevrolet, and Ed Burrell there is behind Jeff Ryan right now. And actually now he's going to get around him. Good speed out of the 21 on the bottom. He's pushing Kelly. That bright blue 21 Ford Mustang. Looks like Ron Hollifield is going to come in on the bottom lane as well. Fill that gap in. And that might be the 83 Tim Wortman Jr. fourth car in line with Craig Martin and Steve Hoppett in tow. Right now, Beasley there sitting in 10th, or no, 14th rather. I was looking at his card number, not his position. Currently, he does not have the title. However, we've seen him do this time and time again, like I've said a couple times now. Snaps up through the field at halfway and just beats everybody. And that's usually how it goes. So if we look at what you can get bonus points for, you can get bonus points for leading, 1 bonus point for leading 1 or more laps, 2 bonus points for leading the most laps. And right now, Bobby Wetzel has led the opening 4, so he already has 1 bonus point up on Beasley. Now he probably isn't going to lead them all by any means, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. It looks like he may not lead this one here. Inside lane not really tight together though, outside lane kind of spacing apart here. Honestly, might give this one to Kelly here. Ed Burrell pushing Mike Kelly, Tommy Ryan pushing Bobby Wetzel. Wetzel still has it. Opening 5 laps now for Bobby led. If they can lead 30 laps here tonight, that would be insane. Tim Wortman Jr., he did really good last week. He led 22 of 60 laps at Daytona. Came home with a solid 4th place finish. And 3 bonus points as well. So let's say in theory, Bobby Wetzel does lead every single lap here. Not every single lap, but the most out of everybody. And you know what, we'll give Beasley the benefit of the doubt here as well. He also led a lap. He got that bonus point. So 3 more bonus points go to Bobby Wetzel, making his bonus points total 16. And 1 more bonus point goes to Richard Beasley, making his total 15. So then there would be a 3-point difference between the 2 drivers. So that just goes to show bonus points don't have a huge role, but they definitely do help. So that's just something to keep an eye out for here tonight, folks. And it looks like Hollifield, he is going to drop back there. You can see his number 1, blue, white, and red. Is there red on it? I can't remember. Number 1, he's going to drop to the back, mid-pack-ish, behind the 32 there. And right now, Wetzel is still on a pretty big roll. Joey Gattina looking for him. He is all the way back in 16th, just in ahead of Beasley there. EJ O'Rourke, he is not in the field here tonight. And Ron Hollifield, we just saw him a few moments ago. He and EJ are the two that are the biggest out right now for the chase, for the playoffs here. Right now, it's really only between the top three. And Forrest Scott, he's out of it now. I want to say that's why he is not here. Although I could be wrong about that. I don't know, because he said he missed last week. Can't remember because I think it was because he was updating stuff and all. Yeah. Could not get home in time to do any updates, so that is a pretty big contender out of it last week. And Wetzel is now going to lead another lap. I'm keeping track of this in like my head, trying to make sure, or well, not trying to make sure, but trying to like keep track of bonus points, trying to keep this championship battle as accurate as possible for you guys watching at home. Go ahead and listen to the roar of these cars. We'll go on board Ed Burrell here in the 21 for a couple moments here while I try to fix some audio issues that we may or may not be having. Alright, that should be good now. Hopefully it's not too loud. I got a text from one of my friends that watched my streams. He said the audio is just a bit loud. I was like, oh no. So I lowered it, and that should be good now. Right now, everyone seeming to take it easy here. Looks like Kelly is probably maybe going to lead this lap here. He led the last lap. He's going to lead this one again. So that's 2 laps to Kelly. Now, I don't know if you guys watched the last race or not, but Mike Kelly here, he hasn't won since March or something. It's been a hot minute since he last won here in the Sim500 series. He is actually going to go up in front of Bobby Wetzel there. Actually, he came very close to winning last night. Came home second at Kansas in the Sim500 Train Service Cup. His last win was actually in February, so it's been even longer than that, man. It's insanity. And right now, Kelly, Wetzel, and Ed Burrell, your top 3. Keep an eye on the other title competitors. Here's Ron Hollifield. He's back in 13th right now. Pretty singled out right now towards the back. There's the other 2 I was looking for him, couldn't see him. Joey Gattina currently sits 17th, and Beasley there 15th. So right now, Wetzel's the only one that's really playing the more aggressive route. He already has the bonus points for leading laps. So This is the Wetzel that we used to see. You know, he's usually up towards the front, usually there the entire night, and hasn't had a lot of bad luck. We hope. But he doesn't. That doesn't happen tonight. Probably just jinxed it. Wetzel's average finish this season is a 11.5, with Beasley as being in a 9.25. 3 wins, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s. And actually the same thing with Wetzel. 1 win, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s. A lot of wiggling going on now here. Lap 14. Tommy Ryan leads over Jeff Ryan and Mike Kelly. Doug Sigmund there in 4th. The Ryan guys on the bottom working together. Tommy's going to lead this lap again here. Bobby's has fell to 7th here. And look up top here. Joey Cattina and Ron Hollifield working together up on the fence. We're going to maybe gain some bonus points themselves here. "15 laps in the books here at Talladega." Inside lane kind of falling apart right now. Outside lane has a bit more momentum there with Jimmy Coleman, Mike Kelly up top. And it looks like Tommy is still leading right now. We'll take our good old halfway break at lap 20, so we can do it before pit cycles happen, so we're not caught off guard or anything by them. Kelly's still trying to fight back on the outside lane here. Ron Hollifield, currently your highest placed championship contender. However, he is not winning it right now. He's 18 points back. He needs Gattina, Wetzel, and Beasley to finish 22nd, 21st, and 20th right now if he wants to win. With Wetzel preferably finishing 22nd for him, because Wetzel already has some bonus points locked up. And now Tommy Ryan with the run on the outside from Jimmy Coleman. 3 Chevrolets up on the top and a 4. That's John Fowler there. Looks like all the title competitors are keeping it steady right now. And now I think it's tied. No, there's 4 cars between the two actually. The 9 and the 19 bumper to bumper as they head into turn number 1. Now they are tied. I don't know what the strategy is going to be here, folks. Pit cycles coming up in about 15 laps from now or so. And Kelly leading the lap here, taking us to halfway. And we'll be right back here in just a few short moments. And as I have said multiple times here, Beasley likes to just kind of pop out of nowhere. And as you can see, he is now leading the race. Right around halfway. It's like I'm a magician or something, or I've seen this before. I really do not know how Richard Beasley does it. He is one of the best Superspeedway racers I've ever watched. So now Beasley does have the title. Bobby Wetzel back here in 14th. And getting out to a pretty good lead here now. This might be bad for some folks. You know, Cough, cough, nudge, nudge. Bobby Wetzel, who's still in the back of the field. Last thing he needs right now, he needs to get back up with Beasley. And it looks like Beasley might be dropping back himself now. You think he just wanted to maybe lead a lap or two, get some bonus points in the bag, and call it a day. Still dropping a little further back. He still has the title for now. And now Wetzel 14th. Jimmy Coleman leads. After Joey Katina, he led a lap and dropped back. Playing musical leader now, so musical chairs. Alright, who wants to make a move this lap? Who's gonna? I think it's gonna be Craig Martin this time. He's gonna go up and try to lead a lap. So now all the title competitors have that one lap led for that bonus point. Ryan, or I can't do the last names, I can't do full names. Jimmy Coleman, Tommy Ryan, Jeff Ryan, Craig Martin, Richard Beasley. Your top 5 here on lap 27. And takers down pit road, Mike Kelly, Lois Robinette. Your first 2 here. Your only 2 here. Whoa, why did it do that? It's like you're coming out of a movie theater. The way it had transitioned there. All single file, more pit stops will hopefully, more than likely, be coming up here soon. Maybe not this time around, maybe in the next handful of laps or so. I definitely think that once the leader comes down, we'll see more. And it looks like the floodgates have opened pit road. You're going to be busy here, folks. Handful more cars. 4 looks like making the call here. Both Ryans, Craig Martin, and Doug Sigmund. Top 15 is still out on the speedway here. Reaching the halfway mark here. 6 drivers currently have gone down pit road. I'd expect to see about 5 or so come down this time around. Or the rest of the field. Here they come. Looks like 5 stayed out. Maybe 4? 4, 5? Yep, 4. Chad Coleman, Tyler Dalton, Tim Wortman Jr., Scott Simley. All still out on the speedway. Choo-choo train right now for the lead. And look at the positions Wetzel gained on pit road there. 3 wide out of pit road. He backed out of that one. He'll be side by side with John Fowler, and then he'll back out a little bit more and stay behind the 48 here. Meanwhile, the rest of the field bringing it down pit road. Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman, Wortman, and Simley. Joey Gattina, he has the race lead here out of turn number 2. Or does he? No, he does not actually. Tommy Ryan has it instead. Alright, title matchup here. Beasley there in the 10. And Wetzel there in the 9. Tommy Ryan bringing it back down pit road. He pitted just 3 laps ago. So some complications for the 99 crew. We have some problems with Bobby Wetzel here too. Looks like he's kind of falling back a bit. Is he going to lose the draft? No, he's got it. But he needs to start passing that number 10 machine sooner rather than later. He'll line up right behind the number 10 Ford. With exactly 40 laps to go here at Talladega, Jeff Ride is going to lead the lap. His first lap led of the night. 29 to go. Right now, Craig Martin, Mike Kelly getting a pretty good run here out of turn 4. This looks like they might lead this next lap, one of the two. Beasley and Wetzel still together here. Chad Coleman just ahead in his NOS number 38. Richard Beasley trying to lock up his second championship in this series. Can he get it done? He has 5 career wins, most all time. Could he break his own record and get number 6 here tonight? We'll see. Beasley is not the defending series champion, but he did have it back in 2020, 2021 when that season happened. He had it 8 points over E.J. O'Rourke. Bobby Wetzel, that season he came home in 5th in the points. Didn't score a win. But this time it's different. He already has 1 win this season. Looking for number 2. His 3 wins in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series League. Series, or whatever it is. Coming up on 25 laps to go. Not this time, but next time by. Pit stops are over. It's all just a single file line here at Talladega. We're probably more than likely going to take another break here. So far, it's been caution-free for the first 35 laps. And if it stays that way, it would be the first caution-free race of the season. "25 laps to go here. Coming up on some lapped traffic. Who's that? Who's in danger? Looks like it's Tommy Ryan who's going to go a second lap down, actually. There in the 99. About half a straightaway behind right now. The 9 and 10 still right there together. I don't know when a good time to make a move would be, but I'd figure it'd be sometime around 10 laps to go. But what Bobby Wetzel does not need right now is for one driver to be leading laps, and that's Craig Martin. For another driver, I don't know how many laps Craig has led now, but he may or may not now have the most in the race, which is not going to be, it's not going to help Bobby in any way. So let's see here. Let me pull up the points again because I just switched it from from past seasons. They both have one bonus point. They would stay 5 points apart. So that would mean, say Wetzel finishes second, he would need Beasley to finish 7th. So for Beasley to lock it up, he needs to finish 6th or worse. 6th or better to lock it in. Varying on where Wetzel finishes, that is, though. Looks like they tried to get the outside lane kind of going here, but it did not go anywhere. And Kelly might lose a few positions here in his number 2 Exalta Chevrolet. But right now we're going to go ahead and take a break here. We'll be right back in just a few moments here for the Racing Sports Mobilia Superspeedway Series finale at Talladega. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the VRN, home of the Sim500 Race City Sports Memorial Superspeedway Series, the Friday Night Midnight Thunder Truck Series. And right now, Jeff Ryan looking to take the race lead back permanently. If he can clear Craig Martin here on the outside lane, he can. Update on the championship points here. Looks like Wetzel and the 10 are still back to back here, bumper to bumper. Not much is going to change here, but we've got less than 20 laps to go here in the race. Let's see where this goes. I see some smoke. That's not good. Don't know what happened there with all that. But right now, Tommy Ryan helping out Jeff Ryan here, trying to take the race lead. Looks like everybody's moving up top again. We've seen this happen a couple times now. Kind of field splits a bit. Some interesting choices back here. Actually, looks like everyone towards the back is staying to the bottom. So these 6 drivers staying to the inside while the other group staying on the outside. Mike Kelly now challenging for the race lead, and at the line, who is it gonna be? It looks like Kelly did in fact lead that lap. No, he did not. Yes, he did. No, he did not. Ryan got it. The ticker kept changing on me. Everyone back down to the bottom now. The Ryans are stuck up top. There's Joey Gattina. Wait a minute, folks. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about him. Does he have shot at the title right this second? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, but he is 3 points out of it right now. If he can pass just 3 more cars, Gattina will have it. Right now, Ron Hollifield, he is mathematically out of it. He is mathematically out of it, even if he DNFs. That's kind of sad to think about. Top 5 kind of on a breakaway here. What will Joey do? What lane will he go for? So we'll put Doug Sigmund a 3rd lap down. Field heads down the backstretch into turn number 3. Up ahead, that's John Hickman Jr. He might go a lap down. Well, he will go a lap down here shortly. Right now, Joey Gattina, he is in 4th, or in 5th, rather. I keep forgetting the 99, he is not on the lead lap. We've got 15 laps to go here. Now's your time to maybe start working on building a run, making a move before time runs out completely here. It looks like this time around they will end up putting John Hickman Jr. a lap down. Ron Hollifield trying to work up a run there on the outside lane with no help from behind. Can he make it work? One driver can only go so far. Bobby Wetzel, he's hungry for this title, but he has no help from behind to formulate a run here. Unless he can get that lap car of John Hickman Jr. to slide in between him or something. Which is a possibility. No one ever said you can't use your lap car. Not your lap car, but a lap car to help you. It's going to be close for this title here, folks. Gattina now down 2 spots. Nope, only down 1, never mind. And right now, Jeff Ryan leads the field on the outside. Mike Kelly leads the field on the inside. I have a feeling we might see a brand new winner here tonight. The laps are winding down very fast now. It's going to be a drag race here down the back. Advantage to the 3 machine. Now the back kind of closer together-ish. At least they were. Oh yeah, Jeff Ryan, he's got this lap in the bag here. 12 laps to go at Talladega. Closing on 10 to go, folks. This might be the quickest VRN broadcast of recent memory. But right now, Mike Kelly holding on to the inside lane. Craig Martin and Tyler Dalton behind him. Joey Gattina 4th. Lap car number 60 and 99 on the outside lane. 50% of the outside lane made up of lap traffic right now. That's kind of funny to think about. When will these guys towards the back make a move, if ever? That's a pretty good question. Mathematically, right now, Gattina needs to pass 4 cars here. He needs to finish 2nd if he wants to get this title. So he might have some work to do, but right now, Beasley, I think he thinks, I'm pretty set right now. I have my closest championship competitor behind me anyway, so I think I'm just going to kind of chill here and relax and not help out Bobby Wetzel whatsoever. For all we know, that might be his best bet to not help out the number 9. And right now, Wetzel making a move on the outside here. No help from behind. He'll make it happen. Barely. Maybe some contact there to the right front of the 10. But hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make up ground. Now, Beasley's mindset definitely maybe changing just a little bit there after that move. With 10 laps to go here in the championship race at Talladega, how is this going to play out? You still cannot count out Joey Gattina here. Highest running title competitor, doesn't have it yet. Still needs to pass about a handful more trucks or cars. Coming to 9 laps to go. The clock is ticking down faster and faster now. Even for Bobby Wetzel, he needs to gain 5 positions on that number 10 machine. Beasley moving up about half a lane here. Trying to maybe formulate a bit of a run here. We heard a couple times, well, not a couple times, but from Higman earlier, that these cars don't really get as big of a run as the trucks did. So you're not really going to see a lot of that. Tyler Dalton, he's going to move up to the top lane there. You saw Joey Gattina there, still in 6th. We have about 5 different battles going on track between the battle for the race lead and all that stuff. Between the battle for the championship, what Gattina's going to do. Coming to 8 laps to go here. Wetzel still ahead by 1 singular point. He needs to pass 4 more cars. So he needs to finish 6th or better. 3 wide up top. Looks like Tim Workman Jr. is stepping out of line here. He's trying to work his way up through the field. He wants to win this thing Pretty big run for the 83 machine, but keep in mind he has no help from mine. He's going to get all the way up to Scott Simley here. If he's lucky enough, he might be able to slide in between the 38 and the 12, but he's still going. Holy cow. It's like he put rocket boosters on that Haviline number 483 Ford. If Katina can get back around the 83, that would be... Oh, I don't know. Math is hurting my brain now. Looks like Wetzel is trying to make a move on Chad Coleman here. He's using the draft from the outside lane. Or at least what he can of it. Now there's 2 cars between him and Beasley. That's 4 points. He needs 1 more point here, folks. It looks like Dalton just is going to let him in here. And it looks like some drivers going down pit road. Beasley stayed out, and right now, Bobby Wetzel is your race leader. Maybe. It's going to be close between him and Sim Workman Jr. here. And if he wins it, I'm pretty sure, if he wins this race here, right now, Wetzel has the championship. Now the question is, does he have the fuel? With 5 laps to go, we saw a handful of drivers. Just now, bring down pit road. Coming to 5 laps to go. Wetzel, Wertman, Hollifield, Gattina, Dalton, your top 5. Actually, it's Wetzel, Wertman, Gattina, Dalton, Hollifield. Richard Beasley back in 10th here, working with Chad Coleman. This is the danger zone right here. This is the exact reason why Richard Beasley has a pretty solid lead. Working with Chad Coleman again. Oh dear. Dalton's going to try to move up and block. A little too late there. Push him all the way up to the wall. Get him up with the lap traffic. Paul Gallimore there in the 11. Can't quite tell who that is there. And Beasley, he has the title now. That's why I said danger zone there, folks. Right now, Bobby Wetzel needs somebody to help him. Whether it be Tim Wortman Jr., Tyler Dalton, Scott Simley, Gattina, anybody, man. He needs help. 3 laps to go. Chad Coleman leads over Beasley and Wetzel. Simley pops out of line. Oh, dear me. It's going to come down to the wire here, folks. +6 right now for Beasley with the title. This time around, we'll be bringing it to 2 laps to go. We have like less than 10 cars in this pack here. And there goes Higman down pit road. Okay. Looks like some of the guys who were not in the draft are short on fuel. But with 2 laps to go, could fuel become an issue for some of these lead lappers? I don't know about you folks watching home, but I'm holding my breath right now trying to Oh, dearie Lord. If Bobby Wetzel can get around the number 10, he needs Beasley to finish 6th or worse. And right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. So we're coming to the white flag now. Wetzel needs to make a move. Come on, somebody do something. Coming to the white flag this time. One more lap to go here at Talladega. Tim Wortman Jr., he's going to go up top. Bobby moves up top with him. Oh boy, it's going to come down to the last lap here, folks. Bobby Wetzel getting help from the outside lane. What will Chad Coleman do? He's holding his ground on the bottom. Tyler Dalton slides between Tim Wortman Jr. and Scott Simley. Side by side through 3 and 4. Right now, championship still is going to go to Richard Beasley. Here comes Tyler Dalton with a run on the outside. 3 wide. The run to the momentum, the momentum to the middle has died out. They're wrecking big time in the trial. Bobby Wetzel has just died. I think, okay, Beasley definitely just won the title. I think. I, I have no clue what just happened. Um, Chad Coleman won the race. Um, Jesus. That was a violent wreck. And I'd assume the results will be updated on Sim Racer Hub as soon as possible here. Chad Coleman will half burn it down here. What a finish that was to end off the season, folks. Go ahead, throw up the 5-minute clock for post-race interviews. We don't have a lot of time here. And once this clock gets down to 2 minutes, I will have to go because, yeah, got stuff I gotta do before school tomorrow. Fantastic. So if drivers, you watch the broadcast, you got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes left to get into the voice chat. And once we get one, we'll stop the timer. Looks like Wetzel might be talking with Coltman and Beasley there in the team chat here, so we'll give them the full 5 minutes because they're probably talking about the finish there, so we'll give them some time to talk about that. So 3.5 minutes to get into the waiting room. Anybody can join it. That's in the finished top 3. And honestly, I don't remember who finished top 3. Fantastic. Simley, Dalton, and Coleman. There's Chad Coleman now, so let's go ahead and talk to Chad Coleman, your race winner. Hey Chad, Sean up in booth with VRN. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
All right, we come home with the win. You finally get the 38 Niles Energy Drink Chevrolet Camaro back in victory lane for the Sim500 Superspeedway Series, man. And I knew the second you and Beasley linked up, it was going to be a bad day for the rest of the field. You two seem to work really well together. How'd you get that run managed together?
Uh, Honestly, it was a lot of like setback air, saving fuel, and then I knew Bobby was probably going to have to try to save fuel a little bit, so he was back there behind us, and he was going to have to try to lead some laps at the end. And I noticed they had a good situation set up for that with a lap car up there. So I told Beasley with 5 or 6 to go, it's time to go. If we're gonna go, we got to go now. So we went, and it worked out.
Well, not only did you help Beasley come home with the championship, you also helped yourself. You got yourself the win in the season and finale. How's it feel to get the win, though?
It's always good to win. I've had a lot of issues on Monday nights this year for the last 4 or 5 races, so it's good to finally win a race and not have something stupid happen. So I'll take that. But man, big shout out to my boy Beasley. He's turning into quite a little super speedway racer. It's like Michael Waltrip Jr.
All right, man. Well, is there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone here tonight?
Thanks to Joey for Sim500 keeping it going. I think this is John's league, so shout out to John Fowler with what he does over here, and you would broadcast, and then of course Beasley bringing home another super speedway championship. I pulled him up for you, so he's in the waiting room. He'll talk to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Chad, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your week, and good luck next season.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, now we'll go ahead and get runner-up finisher Scott Simley up in the booth. Hey, Scott, Sean in booth with VRN. You got a copy?
Hey, got you, Sean.
All right, buddy. Came home second here tonight. How'd that number 12 machine feel towards the end of the race? I know fuel became an issue for some drivers. Did you think you're going to have to maybe bring it down pit road at some point?
Yeah, I was really close. I mean, I saved both runs. I don't know how some people. I mean, I was even clutching it just to, when I could get a draft up on somebody and just try to save all I could. I had a little bit more at the end there than I thought I even had. Otherwise, I maybe could have, went for it. But we wanted to help Beasley, see if we could get him that win too. So it was fun.
Well, you only made 2 starts this season. Do you think you'll be able to make a few more next season? Maybe make a run at the title?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, how do you think your night went overall, though? I think you led a few laps here and there. There's so many leaders, honestly, it's hard to keep track. But you had a great run overall, though, don't you think?
Yeah, it was a good night. I almost wish it wouldn't have been so close on the fuel that maybe everybody could have just ran hard and did their pit stops and let it play out maybe that way. But it turned into somewhat fuel mileage. But that's the way it goes, and we got to be prepared for both. So it was a good night.
All right, man. Well, are there any shout-outs or things you'd like to give out to anyone here tonight?
You guys, VRN, putting on a good broadcast. Joey and all the admins and everything for what they do. It's a lot of fun. Wish could make more of these, but we just make what we can.
All right. Well, the series at least will return in 2 weeks from now, and hopefully you have a good run next season if you choose to run the full season.
All right, thanks, Sean.
All right, we get third place finisher Tyler Dalton up. Hey, Tyler, Sean in booth with VRN. You got a copy?
I got you.
All right, man. Well, you came home third here tonight after a very hectic, crazy crash. I mean, Wetzel just went flying. Did you think you're going to be able to maybe help Bobby just a bit more and maybe get him around that number 10 machine, or were you just trying to win it to yourself after you made it 3 wide out of 4?
Well, I was definitely trying to get up there to Bobby. I knew me and him normally work good together. I would like to have went up there and tried to block Chad and Richard when they came up through the field. but I knew I didn't quite have the fuel to do it. That whole entire race was pretty much save, and just kept watching the fuel, and I knew I had to pretty much wait until the last 3 and 4 to pull out, and I still sputtered at the line. But we just went out there tonight trying to help our teammates, got us another pole, and had a pretty uneventful race. But yeah, we were trying to do what we could to help the teammate. That sort of sucks that we about got put in the wall there coming out of 4, but I think maybe it ends up helping us avoid the wreck that happened. So.
And yeah, I mean, that was the only caution-free race of the season, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, usually we have those caution pit stops, so we didn't have that tonight. So, I mean, do you think that really had a major role in the fuel?
Yeah, I think people were running a lot less aggressive because no one really wanted to be leading. Because if you were leading, you weren't going to make it to halfway. If you couldn't make it to halfway, you weren't going to win the race. So no one really wanted to be up front. So everyone just sort of rode.
All right, man. Well, is there any shout-outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone here tonight?
I want to thank all my Sim500 Mafia teammates. I know they had a good season. Though Bobby, Joey, and Ron were all up in the championship. That's good. Our luck wasn't great this season, and we ended up missing a few races, but we had some decent runs. And just want to thank everybody at Sim500.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you Friday night. Hopefully, you can go chase the championship in the Midnight Thunder series. And yeah, we'll see you then, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, now let's go in and get your champion, Richard Beasley, up in the booth. Hey, Richard, Sean in the booth with VRN. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, after a crazy, hectic stretch to the finish, really, I mean, the other 60 laps, or well, 59.75 laps was all calm until coming to the line. But you still managed to hold on to get the title with 3 wins of the season, 5 top 5 finishes, 9 top 10s. Had a spectacular season, Richard. Congratulations on the championship, man. What was your strategy going into tonight?
Thanks, man. Well, first of all, I was just trying to, again, get a lap led early and then kind of hang out at the back, but it turned into a fuel mileage race, man, and it was so just nerve-wracking. I was trying to watch my fuel, see where Bobby was running, see where Joey was running, just trying to do all that at one time.
Something hard to multitask, especially when you're in a car, and yeah, it's not fun, but I mean, you had a great race as usual there. You and Chad linked up pretty well together, and you always seem to manage to get good runs, and it doesn't even matter what car. That just gives you how much experience you have. How long have you been doing these Superspeedway style leagues?
I've been probably since about, let's see, 1999, so what, 23 years now?
Well, I think it's safe to say you have just a tad bit of an experience there.
Oh, yeah, man. But again, you can't do it without help. And, Chad Coleman, my everyday teammate, in all our leagues and everything, and a good friend of mine helped me out tonight. I want to thank Mike Kelly and Scott Simley. They're kind of satellite teammates tonight. They helped us out. I couldn't have done it without those guys, and it was great to have those guys helping out.
Well, this is your second title, and next season the series will return about 2 weeks from now. Do you think you'll try to go 2 for 2?
Yeah, I think we'll give it another shot. These guys over here run this league well. Fowler does a good job. Everybody at Sim500 does a good job every night of the week. They have a league race, and it's fun. If anybody's looking for a league, come on over. You up in the booth, man, Virtual Race Network, good job. I want to thank our sponsor, Race City Sports Memorabilia, as well, for coming on board this season.
All right, man. Well, thank you for coming up with us, and we'll see you. Well, we won't see you in 2 weeks, but the series will see you in 2 weeks at Daytona. I think we're kicking it off.
Yes, sir, man. Sounds good. We'll see you then.
See you then. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one Friday night.